Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Prem Shankar Pandey. I'm the author of this revolutionary, world-class bestsellers book, World Literature in Your Feast, and Assortment of English Literature. Today, I am here to present this book to all of you, to all the aspirants of not only India, but the entire world. Those who are preparing for competitive exams, those who are studying in their graduation, post-graduation, and are concerned with English literature. So this book is going to be a boon for all of you. For the last 3 years, this book has been the bestseller in the field of English literature. And this book has increased the passing percentage in various competitive exams, including NET exam. And presently, I am launching the third edition, the most updated edition of this book. As you are aware, that I believe in updating myself as well as my books. So every year, I launch an edition with all updated knowledge. Whatever the exams that are being conducted throughout the country related to English literature, every point is updated into this book. So here today, I'm going to present all those details that I have updated in the third edition. The book is available on Amazon, Flipkart, Kindle, Snapdeal, Softclues, and many other platforms. And I'm very sure of that if you are a literature student, you won't miss this panacea for English literature. So now I'll take you to the beginning of the book. So this is the first page of the book. You can see this is the third edition. So now because the third edition is launched, so I'll suggest, rather recommend, to go for the latest edition. Although the second edition is also available, but I would suggest that you should go with the latest edition. But if you have any difficulty with your financial issues, you may go with the second edition, which is available with on the high, almost half of the price. So I'll first tell you what are the changes that I have been made. If you have been already going through my second edition of the book, make sure that it is the third edition published in 2023. Okay. Because there are so many duplicate books having the same name coming out in the market. So always be aware. Always purchase from the good source, authentic source. Now I'll describe the preface page of the third edition. So you can see here what are the major changes that has taken place in the third edition. Contents of many chapters are amplified. The new informations are added according to the latest syllabus. As I said, every exams, the main points, the questions, the answers are included into the book. The biggest change that has taken place in this book is now the book is bifurcated into two parts. Now literary theory, criticism, cultural studies, and British literary criticism is separated from this book, and a new book is made that is entitled Literary Theory and Criticism on Your Lips. An assortment of, I'll show you here, it's given. Okay, so Literary Theory and Criticism on Your Lips. This is a new book which has been bifurcated and amplified. Now, in this book of Literary Theory and Criticism, you will also find the questions and the answers which are asked in various exams of the country at the end of every unit. So now the things are in more in depth. And the same thing is done with the third edition of this book also. So now you'll find the entire world literature except literary theory, criticism, and cultural studies. For that, there is a separate book now. So that is the biggest change that has been done in the third edition. All the authors are arranged now in the chronological order according to their year of birth. All the authors, first they are arranged according to their age to which they belong, and then they are arranged according to the year of their birth. Because many times in the exam, if the question is asked about the finding the chronological order of the authors, it will be so easy for you because you'll be able to recall all those pages that you have gone through in this book. So whether you are preparing for NET exam, SET exam, TGT, PGT, UPSC, any assistant professor exam, UPHSC, Himachal Pradesh Service Commission, or Haryana Public Service Commission, Jammu and Kashmir, Kerala, anywhere in India, anywhere in the Asian countries, this book is going to be panacea. This is going to be the solution of all your problems. Before this book, there was no such book available in the Indian market, not only in Indian, but in the Asian market, which talks about each and everything of the syllabus. We have to purchase so many books. For Indian literature, we have to purchase separate books for American, for Australian, for Canadian, for African. So many books, it was so pathetic. So now you have to focus only on one book. With the pleasure of all of you, I would like to inform that in the latest NET exam of 2022, 67 questions were asked directly from this book. 67 questions from one book. And if you are making 67, you are damn sure you will qualify JRF. So this one book itself can make you qualify JRF. Along with that, you will have to solve the practice set. I have the third book, Practice Workbook of English Literature, which will teach you how to fight the war. This book will prepare you theoretically, but the practice book will prepare you how to handle the war in the battlefield. So my three books are the complete package for any competitive exams of the country. First one is World Literature in a Feast. Second, Literary Theory and Criticism on Your Lips. And the third one, Practice Workbook of English Literature. All the three are available on all the online platforms. Okay, so in this edition, coming back, in this edition, I have added several authors which were missing in the previous editions, like John Garber, George Herbert, Richard Crescio, Abraham Cowley, Andrew Marvell, Henry Vaughan, John Webster, John Dryden, James Inch, E.D. Hope, Australian author, Noam Chomsky, and Brajbihari Kachina. These are the writers which are often asked in the exam, and these were missing in the previous edition. So all those important writers are added. Few new chapters has been added because the previous edition started with the age of Chaucer, but now it covers everything, starting from pre-Anglo-Saxon period, Anglo-Saxon period, Anglo-Norman period. These all parts are included. So now nothing is missing in the entire world literature. All the important literary movements are separated from different countries, different ages, and kept together, synchronized together to make you comprehend easily and make a retention for a longer time. Like the Enlightenment, Realism, Nationalism, Oxford Movement, Dark Romanticism, Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, Literary Realism in America, Naturalism, Aestheticism, Imagism, Dadaism, Harlem Renaissance, Surrealism, Jindy-Warburg Movement, Darwinism, Postmodernism, Utilitarianism, Frankfurt School, Beat Generation, and Holocaust literature. All these are kept in one chapter. So now there is no tension. Even you don't need any glossary of terms book. All the terms are explained in the book itself. Rhetorics and prosody, which was missing in the previous edition, figures of a speech, they are also included. Now, all the important journals and periodicals of the entire world are clubbed together at one place in the synchronized way, in the chronological order, with all the details that is included in this chapter. Evolution of English in India, which was not in the previous edition. In the previous edition, you might have found the various English authors, But how English has evolved, starting from the Macaulay's minutes of the meeting, contribution of Raja Ram Mohan Rao, and the various commissions, starting from Radhakrishna Commission till new education policy. Everything is included in this chapter of Indian literature. Apart from that, all the awards as Booker Prize, Pulitzer Prize, Man Booker International Prize, Nobel Prize, Sahitya Akademi Awards, all are updated till 2022. Then I'll show you how the chapters are arranged in the content page. So this is the content page, index page. So now you can see ancient literature, which was already there in the previous edition. British literature. So now you can see some chapters are added: pre-Anglo-Saxon period, Anglo-Saxon period, and Anglo-Norman period. Now all the authors are segregated. So now you can find Age of Chaucer. So from chapter number 4 to chapter number 10, there is the Age of Chaucer. The major contributors, the major writers of the age, you can find John Wycliffe, John Gower, John Langland, Geoffrey Chaucer. Everyone is arranged according to the year of birth. That means Wycliffe was born before Gower. Gower was born before Langland. Langland was born before Chaucer. So now it is very easy to remember, memorize, and retain in your mind. From chapter number 11, you can find 15th century literature. So chapter number 11 to chapter number 24 is the 15th century literature. All the important writers are given in this. Then comes the Elizabethan age. So now you can see the things are quite synchronized, very arranged in a very nice manner. So you will find the university weeds, starting with the Elizabethan age, chapter number 25, and ending at chapter number 38. Then comes the Puritan age, from chapter number 39 to chapter number 46. And Restoration age, from chapter number 47 to chapter number 58. Then comes Neoclassical age, chapter number 59 to chapter number 74. Then Age of Johnson, chapter number 75 to chapter number 98. Then Romantic age, chapter number 99 to chapter number 114. Then the Victorian age, chapter number 115 to chapter number 136. And Modern age, chapter number 137 to chapter number 172. And the Postmodern age, chapter number 173 to chapter number 203. Earlier, there were 193 authors only, but now 9 authors are increased. The name I have already taken. So now there are 203 writers in the British literature. Then in the American literature also, so many improvements have been done. So starting from chapter number 1, all these writers' names are arranged according to their year of birth in the American literature as well. So starting from Benjamin Franklin, there are total 44 authors. Paul Beatty is the last one. Then Australian literature. In the Australian literature also, all the authors are arranged in the chronological order. Important points are added. A.D. Hope is the new author who is added because he appears in many of the exams. And in the German literature, again, the writers are arranged in the chronological order. Then Indian literature. So here you will find a very long chapter of 15 pages, Evolution of English in India, History and Future, and the contribution of Braj Bihari Kachiru, along with the biographical details. And then all the important writers of the Indian literature. Total 46 chapters are there in Indian literature. And in African literature, we have George Lamming, and ending with Buchi Amachita. Total 9 chapters. In the Canadian literature, we have 3 writers: Margaret Lawrence, Alice Munro, and Margaret Atwood. There are some other Asian literatures like Russian literature, Sri Lankan literature, Pakistani literature, Bangladesh literature. So everything is included in the other Asian literature. Total 10 writers are included here. other European literatures like French literature and all. So they are included in the other European literature, starting with Dante, total 12 writers are there. And we have basic concepts and theories in linguistics. So linguistics is also covered along with Noam Chomsky, basic terms, phonetics and phonology, and research methods in English. So linguistic research, literature research, everything is covered. Miscellaneous, which is the most important unit of this book, that includes all the important journals and periodicals, which was not there in the previous edition. Then what is the avant-garde, Chartist movement, Reform Act, various forms of Bible, various versions of Bible, types of satire, type of rhyme, then type of comedies, type of theaters, list of important odes, sonnets, important Booker Prize winners, Booker International Prize winners, Nobel Prize winners, Pulitzer Prize winners, Sahitya Akademi winners, important partition novels, dystopian novels, picaresque novels, Bildungsroman novels. Then important literary movements in English literature that I've already covered in the discussion of the content page, rhetoric and prosody. So these are the all content pages. Now I'll take you to the main book, the main content, unit number 1, which is ancient literature. So you can see all the ancient writers, along with Homer, Horace, Ovid, everyone is covered here. This is the new chapter that has been added, which is pre-Anglo-Saxon period, starting with what is Celtic invasion, who were Celts, when did Celts live in Europe, why are the Celts called Iron Age Celts, why did Celts come from. So first, this book will raise a question in your mind and then solve the problems. So it is very interesting to read each and every line of this book and very easy to remember because all the words, all the sentences are in the bullet form. So very interesting. So you can see the chapter number 2, which is also newly added, Anglo-Saxon period from 410 to 1066. The Viking invasion and Stamford Bridge. Beowulf is also given, summary of the Beowulf is given. Then the Anglo-Norman period, Norman conquest, Battle of Stamford Bridge, Battle of Hastings. Then the Norman conquest, the changes after Norman conquest, what are the changes in grammar? These all things are given. Then John Gower was not there in the previous edition, is also included. William Langland, Geoffrey Chaucer, has been amplified with so many new details which have appeared in various exams. So it's very interesting now. The 3rd edition is mesmerizing. You will love this book if you go through. If you're preparing for any exams, whether it's academic, MA, BA, or any other competitive exams, this will help you to retain the content in your mind. Nowadays, the information is flowing all over the world. The world is full of information. All the informations are in your palm top, in your mobile. But the main problem is how to retain those information in the mind, how to differentiate the important and the unimportant information. Now, this age is called as the information age. We are living in the era of information age, which is completely filled with information. Now we are confused which information to take and which one to deny or neglect. So this book will help you to understand what exactly you are supposed to read and what not to read. So basically this book will teach you what not to read. Okay, so these are the new chapters like the university weeds, metaphysical poets, cavalier poets. So most of them they were not there in the previous editions, they are added. And not only added, but the full important informations are included. Many works have been amplified. That's why the number of pages has increased. So still, in spite of bifurcating one book into 2, still it is having 691 pages. So you can see here all the plays of Shakespeare are covered in very lucid manner, very easy manner. I have taken 5 years to complete this book. And I'm very happy and excited to share the output and the impact of this book in our society. And the love and the trust that all of you have shown me has made me a national figure. And I'm very proud that I am presenting the third edition of this book to all of you. So now you can see Ben Johnson, whose book has been amplified. Walpole has been amplified. John Donne, all important poems are included with important lines, important quotations, important works. Everything is included. Andrew Marvell, you can see some of the complete poems are given because they are very important for various exam point of view. Now I'll take you to those chapters which are newly included. So I'll go for Indian literature. Okay, so this is the Indian literature, and you can see evolution of English in India, origin of English in India. So these were the chapters not there previously. You can see started with Charles Grant, then came William Wilberforce, Company Charter Act 1813, Minutes of Macaulay. There was a question this time in NET exam also. It came in Feb 1835. So main points of the Minutes of Macaulay meeting. What are the arguments that were made in section 43? And after him came Lord Auckland's Minute of 1839, Wood's Dispatch. Then first Indian Education Commission or also called as the Hunter Commission. After that, there comes Indian University Commission, 1902. And Kunjuru Committee or Kunjuri Commission, and the University Education Commission or Radhakrishnan Commission. There was a question in the NET exam 2022 from here in general paper. So this is helpful for the general paper as well as English because it has been asked previously so many times in English literature also. Mudliar Commission and a new education policy of 1986 as well as 2020 Education Commission 1964-66. All these informations are included, and there is a contribution of Braj Bihari Kachru as well, how this linguist from India has made a contribution, because in the previous one of the exams, Kachru's three concentric circle was discussed in one of the exam. It was asked in one of the exam. Some of the important quotations and the concepts of Kachru, like hybrid collocation, hybrid republication, are included. And then all the important writers of the Indian literature. Then I'll take you to the new important chapter which has been added is rhetoric and prosody. So this is the chapter which has been newly added, rhetorics, types of rhetorical devices. What is prosody? Rhetorical devices, important rhetorical devices based on resemblance, simile, metaphor, type of metaphors, personification, pathetic fallacy, apostrophe, figures of speech based on contrast or differences like antithesis, oxymoron, paradox, with so many literary examples, epigram, pun, chiasmus, zeugma, and figure of speech based on contraction expansion like climax, anticlimax, hyperbole, understatement, figures of speech based on association like metonymy, synecdoche, transferred epithet, figure of speech based on indirect expression, euphemism, irony, rhetorics, figure of speech based on sound. So I have categorized them into different categories so that you can understand them very easily and you can memorize them. So based on sound like onomatopoeia, alliteration, anaphora, assonance, consonance, homonym, and all the metrical foods like iamb, tropy, pyric, spondydactyl, and based on amphibarate. So these all are newly included in this edition. Now I'll take you to periodical. So the important periodicals, the new chapter that has been added, you will love this chapter. The way I have arranged them and the information that has been categorized, it's really awesome. Okay, so here is the chapter of journals and periodicals. Starting with the first newspaper of British literature, that is the Daily Current, and the Review, the Tatler, Female Tatler, Spectator. All the journals and magazines are arranged in the chronological order. So many times questions have been asked in the net and other competitive exams to arrange the periodicals in the chronological order. So now all those problems are resolved. The Gentleman's Magazine, London Magazine, Monthly Review, Rambler, Adventurer, Critical Review, The Idler, the Bee, Watchman, Edinburgh Review, Examiner, Quarterly Review, Blackwood Magazine, Westminster Review, Athenum, Germ. So endless. So till date, every newspaper and periodical is added. Now coming to one of the most important chapter which has been added is the movements. I'll take you to that chapter. Okay, so here is that chapter which covers all the important movements, starting with you can see the chapter number 22, important literary movements in English literature, starting with the Enlightenment, then realism, nationalism, Oxford movement, dark romanticism, pre-Raphaelite brotherhood, realism, naturalism, aestheticism, imagism, Dadaism, Harlem Renaissance, Surrealism, Zindi Warburg movement. So all of them are arranged in the chronological order if they are from one country. So you can find all the movements here. So that's the beauty of this third edition. So I have tried to present the main points that have been added in the third edition, and this book will definitely help you out to crack any damn exam which you are going to face. Okay, so that's it from my side. If you have any observation, kindly send your email given in the page of acknowledgement, as well as author to reader, as well as on the preface. So if you have any doubt, any queries, or if you want me to add some more things in the next year upcoming edition, please share your reviews. And if you are purchasing book from Amazon or Flipkart, don't forget to share your reviews, because I'm going to publish those reviews in my next edition. In this edition also, those who have put their heart and soul putting their reviews in the Amazon, Flipkart, and other online resources, their reviews has been published. And these reviews will definitely guide so many students to pick a right thing, a right book in their hand to study. So don't forget to put your reviews on the Amazon and Flipkart. It will make a lifelong impression. Your name will be recorded for lifelong in this book. So thank you all of you for watching this complete video, and all the best for your all future endeavors.